Hey, welcome back. Reading the Bible Low. We are at episode 100. This is 100. I made it to 100. Um, man, I smell that incense burning in the crib. It gives life. Just like this word, the word gives certain incense give life. I've had some bad incense before. Anyway, Job 20, the Amplified Bible. Zophar got something to say. They just going around the room. Therefore, my disquieting thoughts make me answer because of the uneasiness that is within me. I have heard the reproof which insults me, but the spirit of my understanding makes me answer. Do you not know this from the old days, since the time that man was placed on earth, that the triumphing, I like the way I said that, of the wicked is short, and the joy of the godless is only for a moment. That makes sense because, and I'm not trying to, what I'm saying, ride with your homie Job. I'm just saying in my life, like I could see where I've had triumphs, but they were short. And joy, but it was short. And now that I'm a little more, you say amicable, more faith, more consistent, more continuity with the word, I don't even feel like I could. I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to explain. Um, all right, let's keep going. Though his pride reaches the heavens and his head touches the clouds, yet he perishes forever like his own refuse. Those who have seen him will say, "Where is he?" He flies away like a dream and cannot be found. Facts. I can't remember. I want to do like Ben Carson sometimes and write down my dreams. I just don't. I haven't got to that point yet. Yeah, he is chased away like a vision of the night. The eye which saw him sees him no longer, neither does his accustomed place behold him any longer. His sons favor the poor and pay his obligations, and his hands give back his ill-gotten wealth. His bones are full of youthful strength, but it lies down with him in the dust. Though evil and wickedness are sweet in his mouth, and he hides it under his tongue. Though he desires it and will not let it go, but holds it in his mouth, yet his food turns into poison in his stomach. It is the venom of vipers within him. He swallows his ill-gotten riches, but will vomit them up, so they won't even stay with him. God will drive them out of his belly. He sucks the poisons of vipers, which ill-gotten wealth contains. The viper's tongue slays him. He does not look at the rivers, the flowing streams of honey and butter, to enjoy his wealth. He gives back what he has labored for and attained, and cannot swallow it. As to the riches for his labor, he cannot even enjoy them. For he has oppressed and neglected the poor. He has violently taken away houses which he did not build. Alright, you hitting a tangent now. We're talking about the same fellow, but how does this coincide with Job? Because he knew no quietness or calm with him, because of his greed, he does not retain anything he desires. There is nothing left of what he devoured, therefore his prosperity does not endure. In the fullness of his excess, he will be in trouble. The hand of everyone who suffers will come against him. He is miserable on every side. Man, he just, you hate to see that part. You know what I'm saying? Like you see somebody reach the tip top, and then when he suffers, his friends suffer and they come against him. All right, when he fills his belly, God will send his fierce anger on him, and it will rain upon him while he is eating. He may flee from the iron weapon, but the bow of bronze will pierce him through. The arrow is drawn forth, and it comes out of his back after pressing through his body. Yet the glittering point comes out of his gall. Terrors march in upon him. Complete darkness, misfortune is held in reserve for his treasures. An unfanned fire will devour him. It will consume the survivor in his tent. The heavens will reveal his wickedness and guilt, and the earth will rise up against him. The produce and increase of his house will depart with the victors. His possessions will be dragged away in a day of God's wrath. This is the wicked man's portion from God, and the heritage decreed and appointed to him by God. All right, Job. He's got something to say. Listen carefully to my speech, and let this be the consolation. Bear with me, and I also will speak. After I have spoken, you may continue to mock me. As for me, is my complaint to man or about him? He's starting off with oof. And why should I not be impatient in my spirit trouble? Look at me and be astonished and appalled, and put your hand over my mouth. Even when I remember, I am troubled and afraid. Horror and trembling take hold of my flesh. Why do the wicked still live, become old and become mighty in power? Their children and descendants are established with them in their sight, and their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear, and the rod of God is not on them. His bull breeds, and it does not fail. His cow calves and does not miscarry. They send forth their little ones like a flock, and their children skip about. They lift up their voices and sing to the tambourine and the lyre, and rejoice to the sound of the flute. They fully enjoy their days in prosperity, and go down to the netherworld in a peaceful moment. Yet they say to God, depart from us, for we do not desire the knowledge of your ways. Who is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what will we gain if we plead with him? But notice, real quick, hold up, let me show you. This prosperity of the wicked is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from my comprehension. How often is it that the lamp of the wicked is put out, and that their disaster falls on them? Does God distribute pain and destruction and sorrow in his anger? Are they like straw before the wind, and like chaff that the storm steals and carries away? You say God stores away man's wickedness for his children. Let God repay him so that he may know and experience it. Let his own eyes see his destruction, and let him drink of the wrath of the Almighty. For what pleasure does he have in his house and family after he is dead? When the number of his months is cut off, can anyone teach God knowledge, seeing that he judges those on high? One dies in his full strength, being wholly at ease and quiet and satisfied. His pails are full of milk, sides filled out with fat, and the marrow of his bones is moist. Whereas another dies with a bitter soul, never even tasting pleasure or good fortune. Together they lie down in the dust, and the worms cover them. I know your thoughts and the plots by which you could wrong me. Where is the house of the nobleman, and where is the tent, the dwelling place of the wicked? Have you not asked those who travel this way? And do you not recognize their witness? That evil men are now reserved for the day of disaster and destruction, that they will be led away on the day of God's wrath? But who will confront him with actions and rebuke him to his face, and who will repay him for what he has done? When he is carried to his grave, a guard will watch over his tomb. The dirt clods of the valley are sweet to him and gently cover him. Moreover, all men will follow after him to a grave, while countless ones go before him. How then can you vainly comfort me with empty words, since your answers remain untrue? Bear with me. I don't know why that stuck with me when he said in 21:2. Bear with me, and I also will speak. And after I have spoken, you may continue to mock me. All right. So that is it. Thanks for tuning in. I'm at 100. Hope to see you at many more. And we'll go from there. What is that? Something that flew in there. Thanks for reading the Bible with Load. And looks like when we start back, little buddy got something to say, Elifa. Thanks for tuning in.